Hello, I can do better here. Let me just start in this area here because this is where I met Joe. And I commented with my original account. I made this account here in order to expose the lies that he's giving out. I did a video on this one. I did a video on this one, on this one, on this one. And then he started showing his Fortnites. And I was like, some of these things you're claiming about others can be said about you. So I made a video for fun saying that you could apply his logic, quote unquote logic, to Joe himself. And he really didn't take it like as a joke. He got really offended by it. A troll accusing me of cheating. No, I didn't accuse him of cheating. I just tried doing it in a more serious way, but using Joe's exact arguments as to why he's then a cheater. And it escalated. He then did even more and even more. And yeah, he insulted me for a long while. And then if we take on his new video, you can see Lucy's Q. It's that one there. So like new videos. And we then go sort by newest first. We take giveaways for the win. It is super clear that you play tilted, meaning aggravated, meaning emotional, and let other people dictate your emotions. That's how it starts, and it have a fair argument as to how Joe should focus on playing. Some other people have come into this mentality of how you should be playing and such. This guy does the same. And Joe then quotes the first line, the one I just read, and says, "You have no basis for this whatsoever. I can tell that it's just you making things up because you say super clear." Like, how can using the two words super clear be an indicator of making things up? Like, what the fuck, bro? If it's super clear, it's extremely transparent. It is so obvious that there is like no way this is not a thing. So it is super clear that Joe play emotional and let other people dictate his emotions to determine how he should behave throughout a gameplay. And this one here then became a response of this proportion from Joe. It's the same response for this year. It's the same response. The guy then took his time to actually respond to all of it, which I also did at the very beginning. He responded in details and actually argues for why his point is valid and why he should be listened to rather than just being dismissed. And I want to skip this one here because the first line is Joe's behavior in a nutshell. He has previously said, "I don't delete people's comments." Multiple people have said to Joe, "Stop deleting my comments." And Joe here responds, "I have deleted your response. Since you're just doubling down on ignoring me." Now, first and foremost, the guy giveaways for the win did not ignore Joe. He just didn't subscribe to Joe's delusion that Joe must always be right. That's not ignoring, that's just not agreeing on a magical Narnia basis that Joe must randomly be right. So Joe continued, "I read the first line, then deleted your essay." Now, that is my response to Joe. I read your first line and then ignored your essay. Joe just simply chose to delete the entire comment so he can claim whatever it is Joe wanted to be claiming, rather than actually acting in good faith in between these two replies here. But that is a typical Joe, not acting in good faith. So back to this one here, seeing that Joe deleted his essay. Now let's see, like, how is this not an essay? Yeah. If you want to complain about others' way of responding to you, at least be sure you're not doing the exact thing you're complaining about. Back to the way I accused him of cheating, he did the exact same thing he accused others of doing. So when Joe does a thing, it's completely okay to be doing it. Aiming in a direction where a player randomly pops up. Completely fine when it's Joe Blue. When someone else attacking Joe like that, nah, that's wall hack. Oh my god, that's wall hack. Training behind enemy players because you are like correcting your aim, trying to catch up to them, following them with your aim because they're jumping and such things. As Joe Blue, you're completely legit when you're behaving like that. Everyone else, holy crap, that's aimbot. Oh my god. If you are taking your shot while swinging past a player, as Joe Blue, it's completely legit. That's just a super lucky shot if you kill him in the process. If you're someone else's trigger bot all the time. Like, it's so much double standard on his entire channel that you cannot trust anything he says. Now, I've previously said to family and friends, treat others the way you want others treating you. If you don't want people to make random ass accusations against you, then perhaps actually don't make random ass accusations against others. Like, it really cannot be that more obvious. And yet it is impossible for Joe to actually understand it. He giveaway then continued to just respond. Sounds like you should have kept reading then, because he actually makes some good points. Unfortunately, now I cannot see the response Joe deleted because Joe is a coward. I can, however, do this. So I tell you again, we won the fight, and I thought I had enough time to tell my crying teammate I was healing the Iron Man. What you think have absolutely no value in a fight or conversation, reality does. Reality is you didn't have an opportunity there to type. You could have spoken, like you argue he could have done with a key binding, put the VoIP on the mouse, and then just easily done it like that. I see you use on your live stream, use VoIP too. So why didn't you simply do it? So if you're going to start with just ignoring what I previously said, then don't be surprised to find your comment deleted. Yeah, that's actually funny because if we then scroll up here, Joe, you are ignoring what he said. You take the action of two words and then ignore the entire sentence. Yeah, that's double standard. In fact, behaving using a double standard in an argument is a fallacy. And according to you, only dishonest people use fallacious behavior. Let me show. The thread itself on Steam forum is completely irrelevant because you have Captain Blue here. Captain Blue is Joe Blue, and you can see it on the amount of hours he played Hunt Showdown. He prided himself of having multiple hours, more than 1,000. He's reached 1,400 and just a bit. And if you scroll down, these posts are from completely different threads going back weeks and months for completely different reasons, all of which were explained in detail. Yeah. We are talking about in this thread. So Joe already saying that we need a clean slate when going between threads. If he have a reputation of attacking people, we should just forget it when he appears in a different thread. This dude, then he argues that this guy here is some sort of like special case, I guess. Then you wonder why I call people cheaters in those instances when they oppose me with these fallacious tactics. And here it comes. No honest person would engage in such fallacy. Well, if no honest person would engage in such fallacy, Joe, then you would not engage in fallacious behavior either, because that makes you a dishonest person if you are engaging in fallacious behavior. First and foremost, doing this here, and then doing. Oh, yeah, I need to stop showing the entire essay from both of these guys here. It's too far to scroll through. When you're doing, there we go. This then, that is double standard. That is fallacious behavior, and you then saying that he's ignoring you while you're also ignoring him is further evidence of fallacious behavior. You have not shown any moment, quoted any moment where he disrespects you, and yet you're claiming he does. That's, trust me, bro. In fact, that's appeal to ignorance, which is fallacious behavior. So yeah, like to see the loop here, Joe Blue, you cannot be trusted because you're holding people to standards that you yourself are not willing to stay with. So it's incredible you demand that people should take your entire channel serious when you're lying all the time. It's insane. It's outright insanity. But that's why I keep this channel up, because you actually don't know what you're talking about. The best like signs of that, I can tell you cheat by your name. During the gameplay of this Evelyn here, the Black Widow, you actually didn't say much. And then you went into it and were like, yeah, see, I told you. Love hearts love cheating every time. You just take the small indication of symbols and such thing and make it out to be everyone is a cheater. But that's actually super funny that you're doing that, because if we go down to, see if I can get it, Fortnite, I don't need sound. He cropped it out, so it's actually just right up there. He's not showing his phone up there. Does it show when you dial this list? I actually don't remember. No, it didn't. So over here, we can hope that Joe is actually killing someone. Or is he dying? Nah, he's probably dying because it ends right there. So let me just Yeah, Joe's gonna die here. Wait, so you're complaining about someone literally fighting you while you're fighting someone else? That's incredible. I want to see your name pop up here because you're using symbols and dashes, hyphens, as you call them, and underscore as an indicator of cheaters. And there we go. You just killed Edu MZ. And here we go. Edu MZ. Stars dot 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 dash. Yeah, but I also use space. It doesn't matter. You're still using it within your name. Like, make it make sense. If others are cheaters based on using symbols in their name, then you are a cheater based on the exact same reason. You cannot have your cake and eat it too. Have a cake and eat it too when you're doing this behavior here. Like, seriously, dude. Either either everyone's a cheater based on that, or no one is a cheater based on that. You cannot say that you're doing it with legitimate intentions when you're using the cheater code in the exact same way. You cannot say the same reason you cannot say that people are cheaters based on having backbans on their accounts and then having a friend that you're playing with who, when this website goes, have a backpan on their account. You cannot say people with private Steam profiles are cheaters in today's society because you're playing with someone that's also having a private profile. Like, make it make sense, Joe. If it's the pattern of cheater behavior, then you are cheater by association at minimum. Because you know he's having a backban, you know he's having a private profile, so you know he's a cheater based on your own arguments. I just wanted to make this video because of how obvious it's getting that Joe are manipulating the comment section. And I have made that video about that like 1 year ago. So it's nothing new. And no one are surprised about it. It's just more evidence why you don't trust Joe. It's piling up, but I'm making playlists about it. So yeah, there we go.